Hey, it's Pupper Nice. Today I'm going to be discussing the recent and ongoing clown sightings across the United Kingdom and America, which happen to be the most prominent countries involved in the most recent saga of clown sightings. I am aware that other YouTubers have either added to this trend or discussed this trend at some point, and at some length, such as No Fuckers. But those that try to discuss it, to me, only just seem to scratch the surface. For example, talking about all of the billion gazillion fucking FaZe Clan's quite frankly ridiculous epidemic of shit videos involving clowns, and all of the fucking Twitter videos of the same creed. The phobia of clowns is a relatively new phobia, so much so it's not recognised by leading mental health organisations, and has only been published for about 20 years or so. This is associated mainly with children, as like most phobias, this is when it is developed. This is due to children being very reactive with an unknown face on a known body, and the uncanny valley nature of clowns. Further fuel to the fire is the conviction of John Wayne Gacy, and a book to film adaptation of Stephen King's It. It is considered an informal phobia, probably due to the nature of it. Clowns aren't relatively common, thus do not affect the sufferer's everyday life. Clown sightings, according to Ben Radford, are heavily associated with priming and social anxiety, which is rather interesting considering this year's unrest. The US presidential election, Brexit, and high-profile shootings of black people in America are most likely a cause of this. However, this is heavily abused by YouTubers and Twitter for social and monetary gain, which kind of contradicts that, but it could still be of the same result. It is also likely in some parts in relation to the upcoming adaptation of Stephen King's It, which is set to be released next year. The promotion that movie is getting, either directly or indirectly, is through the bloody roof. I mean, this is completely ideal for a movie, but barely anything announced about it. Primarily based on clowns, and now everyone's fucking making videos on it. It's ridiculous. The movie's going to blow up at the bloody box office. I mean, I am generally quite excited for it. I love that book and I love the film, well, the original film anyway. But it's almost beyond coincidental, I guess, that there's going to be a bloody movie on clowns next year. Anyway, a lot of people that grew up watching the older It, and obviously the John Wayne Gacy conviction, probably affected their own children with their fear of clowns, building up further generations of this phobia. I was going to mention the phobia's name, but I don't actually know how to fucking pronounce the word. Calorophobia, that's the best I can get it. But regardless, these clown sightings are not restricted, no way restricted to 2016. I mean, just last year, a student on my campus at university dressed as a clown, looking like a fucking knob, just walking around. I don't even know what he's doing, to be honest. He was on Snapchat and things, but as I recall, I think he was handing out like sweets or something. It's fucked up, but he's like my age, so it wasn't like he was handing out sweets to children. I guess it was a bit fucking weird, and everyone was absolutely hammered at the time, because obviously it's university campus, so everyone that's walking around is just piss out of their mind half the time, and seeing this bloke dressed as a clown might have been a bit, I'd say frightening, but also quite just generally quite confusing. To be honest, I mean, whatever. But all of these instances of clown sightings seem to correlate in some way with social unrest. As Ben Bradford has previously stated, every year there's social unrest, and every year there seems to be clown sightings, especially this year, which is obviously, I guess the amount of clown sightings correlates to the amount of social unrest, and this year has been a fucking shit ton of it. Mad year. So in that respect, they probably will never end, and there probably will never be an end to the bollocks YouTube videos you see every day. But for the same reason people like horror movies, people always tune in to witness something horrific, I guess, in real life or not. Adding to this kind of fucking pointless theory I've came up with, my theory is that Kloss is crazy. YouTube are known for being a clown. In every video he's portrayed as being a clown, you know, his DP is a clown, his Twitter icon is clown. Everyone sends in fan art, you know, everyone's aware that his character is a clown. And this year, the biggest fucking clown epidemic of recent years, and his YouTube channel gains momentum. Clown YouTuber, clown epidemic. The fact he's rich as fuck as well. I mean, it may be his dad's money, but you can still use that, you know? Lives in a fucking mansion. He's probably got a clown cave, you know? Like Bruce Wayne of the clown world. He's got a cave adorned with balloon animals and juggling balls, clown suits of every kind of shape, size, colour, hem trim, whatever the old neck thing's called. Looks like a xylophone. No. A xylophone. Fucking what? Oh, whatever they're called. The old instruments you press together at the end. You know, those ones kind of around the neck. Because that's what the new the new It film, The Clown, has one of those. It's kind of like a quite an old-timey, I guess, depiction of the clown from It, where it's usually described as being quite a modern kind of era clown. I mean, I'm not going to really know much about fucking clowns. What am I, a fucking clown expert? I'm just talking about clowns in this instance. But, you know, he's probably got a multitude of clown costumes. Fucking clownmobile. Disappears for days at a time as well. I mean, could just be parading around the country, spooking peeps, making old grannies fall over at the fucking traffic lights, spooking joggers, scaring small pups, protesting for clown rights at the, Crown Hall. The Clown Hall. Can never be too sure about these things. Could be true, could not be. Very big coincidence though. It's almost actually quite laughable that he became big this year. And so did, well, I mean, clown sightings, they've always been big. There's always been in papers, it's always been in the media. Well, more on social media, to be honest, because, I mean, it's not really something you can talk about, is it, really? I mean, it happens every day. How many clown sightings can you report? You usually report on them as a collective, then, rather than the individual exposure to clown sightings. But, you know, all to be revealed. It could be true. I mean, he's been dismissive of it in the Debated podcast, which is really good, but you should watch. If you don't already listen to it, I mean, you probably do, if you know who he is, but and Keemstar obviously, and Tommy, but definitely listen to it, it's good. I like the dynamic. Anyway, I'm not really talking about a fucking Debated podcast. I guess it's kind of relevant because the clown's in it, but I mean, not every fucking clown sighting involves a podcast, is it? I don't know, it's just bizarre. This whole thing is just fucked, really, isn't it? I've talked about it to some extent, but there's most likely more on it. All most people have heard about this is that people have seen clowns, and that's it. And there's videos of it, people running around, fucking screaming their asses off, and it's so fake, man. So fake. I mean, I don't think there's even been an instance of a clown-related murder. I mean, you go anywhere, you see there's probably some young lad, I think, not probably, definitely some young lad got arrested for, I don't really know, I guess, I want to say assault, but I don't think it was. I think he just chased a lady or whatever around the street or whatever. But I mean, that's all there is really. Is about, I don't even think it was conviction. I think it was more of a warning. But I mean, honestly, I think the last clown related. I mean, that's the funny thing about it is, if there's going to be clown murders, why would anyone be murdering anybody when the current state of affairs is clown sightings are fucking huge? Why would anyone do it? It's ridiculous. You'd be spotted in an instant. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. How people fall into this trap of believing these fake clown videos is beyond me, really, but I don't know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's my first video. I'm hoping to upload every now and then. I don't know. University's quite busy, I guess, but it depends. Depends what comes of this, you know. If I get a few views on that, why not? I'll upload more, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's Pupper nice, and once again, cheers for watching.